What if I were to tell you that you had to conform to a religion or follow certain morals that were not your own? This is the main idea in most religious-run states and countries that have a mandatory religion. In my stance, religion should not be a factor in how a government runs entirely. As in history, it is proven that the church and state have contradicting morals and interests, as well as the combination has multiple counts of failure. And now that we have addressed that, let's discuss why the faith was in the state. Prentice Smith, a contributor of Shreveport Times, states the marriage of politics and religion has not been good for the country because it blurs the lines of what is acceptable and what is not. And one may wonder, why were these two powers together in the first place? Well, simply, it was to give the ruling power authority over the land and over the people. Elder Wilford W. Anderson, a proprietor of the Church of Jesus Christ, goes on to state they are most successful and most effective when they protect and encourage one another. This mainly goes on to say, what did they have to gain? And what they had to gain was a main focal point of authority. Instead of two great powers, they combine into one figurehead. And now that we have an understanding of why they were separate, why don't we discuss why they would contradict? History has shown they would inevitably clash. The inevitability of a separation between these two powers was just that, inevitable. But it was beneficial for these two powers to separate. Diana Post, a writer for the AZ Central, goes on to write, believing with you that religion is a matter which lies solely between man and his God. The legislative powers of government reach actions only and not opinions. And this isn't just a problem today. This has been addressed as far back as 64 AD with Nero and the Christians, with Nero wanting the Christians to conform to him instead of their God. And this is later seen in 1533 with King Henry VIII creating his own religion just so he could divorce his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Along with these two incidents in history, the idea of contradicting morals and interests has been shown in multiple accounts of failures throughout the timeline of humanity. Government control over religion can restrict and prohibit certain things about that religion. And religion can deprive a country of certain things. For example, in Iraq, with radicalists and terrorists hunting down women that want to extend their knowledge, which is against their religion. And an earlier example, in China, with the Chinese government restricting the amount of hours a citizen can be in a church or a holy place. And people may ask, why is this such a problem? It basically boils down to, it's a matter of state interest and faith interest, which inevitably draws it back to why religion should not be a factor in how a government runs. The decision of a nation is far too important for religion to have a say in it. For the decision of a nation could negatively impact both the nation and the religion, which is why these two powers should stay separate, for the colliding of interests and the failures that it would lead to. And now, my audience, I ask you, would you incorporate your faith into a government that you would control? Thank you.